The primary role of the police is to protect the community. They all take an oath and swear to protect people from those who are breaking the law. Part of their responsibility is to protect those who can't protect themselves, like children, from monsters who want to take advantage of them. But it seems like this famous sheriff doesn't agree with this part of their responsibility. I say this because when this big YouTuber Jidion, who is known for going around catching adults who want to do bad things to people who are not adults, called a PDF in his county, and instead of arresting that creep and delivering justice, they protected him and trespassed Jidion. Now Jidion is bringing awareness to a serious problem this country is facing: the law protecting monsters who prey on children. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Jidion exposing the famous Sheriff Grady Judd. Let's get right into it. For those who don't know, Jidion is a massive YouTuber with over 8 million subs on his main channel and 4 million on his second channel. He averages over 1 million to 2 million views per video, making him one of the most popular YouTubers out there today. He became popular initially by doing prank videos and vlogs, but over the last few years though, he abandoned the pranks and vlogs for a more serious style of content: catching PDFs through sting operations, essentially replicating what Chris Hansen used to do back in the day. Jidion is not like the other modern day PDF catchers like Vitaly is. He falls into a category of YouTube guideline friendly PDF catchers like Alex Rosen and Skeeter Jean. These guys don't hurt the PDFs, they instead get them to incriminate themselves on camera, so they can hand it over to the authorities so they can actually get them arrested. In fact, Jidion has gotten many PDFs arrested and even convicted for crimes they committed that he reported them for. While Jidion is often cracking jokes during the videos, at the end of it, these monsters still get arrested and convicted, which is what's really important. Recently, Jidion was in Florida catching a man who was talking to a very young decoy. The man was interested in being intimate with the person he believed was a very young girl. When Jidion showed up and confronted the PDF, the man confessed to everything on camera. So Jidion called the police and waited for them to arrive. When they finally arrived, Jidion got the PDF to confess in front of the officer, expecting him to get arrested.
Such a rush. So man, I'm here talking about.
Huh?
I'm talking about. Listen, man, I'm not trying to get you in any trouble or anything. I'm just trying to figure out about what's going on.
No, I just started talking with her.
Okay.
And I didn't talk anything about anything.
Okay. When I went through her phone,
I said, she said, "You a virgin?" I think, yeah. You? Like, yeah. And then I did ask her what position. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I stopped at that.
Was really talking to you like that, or were you the one initiating everything?
She's the one that she said, "What would you do?" I didn't say anything about or anything when she said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I'm down with anything."
Well, why would you ask her? Have you ever sent to anyone?
That, like I said, I do not know why I said that.
And if I look down, I'm just like looking at this stuff, and then her mom is texting me, asking me if I'm talking to you right now, so I'm just letting her know. Here, can you be honest with me, James? How much have you seen in your life?
Huh?
How much have you seen in your life? Yes.
I've only looked at it about 4 times.
4 times. What was the youngest age in those videos? Because I think that's what messed up your head. And I don't want your head to be
No. What happened in my head?
No. I'm saying I think those videos messed up your head to do this stupid stuff. Talk. So how young were the kids in those videos? Okay, come on. A 18-year-old can look like a 20, 21-year-old. It's called.
These days, like.
But it's called.
It looks like they're.
They look like she was.
No. I'm not saying that she was actually. If you were right here, I'll be begging on my knees not to call law enforcement.
But you knew before that it's wrong to talk to a child.
Yes.
I mean, he's Jewish, and how you doing, officer? This is James Siegel. James, are you ever gonna talk to a girl again?
I have never, ever gonna do this.
Well, here, can you just be honest with the officer and tell him what's happening?
Well, first of all, let me talk to him and to you.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know any of you. I'm not gonna need identification for my.
Yeah, of course.
But when the responding officers called their supervisors, things went left, as the leading officer showed up and things didn't go as expected. Not only did the officer refuse to arrest the man,
You might feel a way about me thinking that I'm trying to, in your words, ruin and embarrass their family, but your officer here read through the entire chat logs, which is why I would assume that is why you're here right now. So
no, we're here because you guys called us here
exactly.
to go and arrest him, and we don't have any right now.
No, we called
charges.
Okay. Did he not admit to you that he was talking to year old girl? And did he not admit that he did send these messages?
You understand? But you understand that we can't just take an admission and just go take him to jail.
Okay, that's why you have to talk to one person.
You cannot just walk up to a person.
Yes, you can. We do this all the time.
Okay, can I finish a statement?
No, because you're wrong.
All right then.
But they then started claiming that Jidion was harassing the family. Eventually, Jidion gets frustrated with the cop and calls him the N-word that ends with an A. But the police officer responded to him by asking him if he just called him the N-word, saying it with the hard ER. From here, things continue to spiral as the police officers start demanding that they stop recording them. But Jidion chooses to instead go live. The police officer then tries to make fun of him, telling him he's only going live to 12 followers, not knowing that Jidion has over 8 million subscribers on his main channel.
We've
already told you.
I get what you're talking about, or what y'all doing.
He invited a girl here.
Sorry, are you recording on private property after we told you that it's illegal?
Oh my gosh. Here, I'm gonna record. I'm gonna go live.
12 followers?
12 million.
When Jidion points this out, the police officer tells Jidion if he knows who his boss is, referring to the famous Sheriff Grady Judd.
Live.
12 followers?
12 million.
Do you know who our sheriff is?
Do I know who your sheriff is? And do you know how bad you guys are gonna look for not doing anything about a child?
Recording video right now. After we actually told you.
Officer, I'm recording video now.
Okay.
The officer then called the community security gate, who then forced Jidion to leave the community. Now, for those of you who don't know Sheriff Grady Judd, let me give you a quick breakdown on him. Grady Judd is the sheriff of Polk County, Florida. He is considered the most famous sheriff in Florida after he went viral multiple times for mocking criminals he had arrested. You might have seen some of his videos online, like this viral video, where he threw on the jewelry of a man he arrested and then taunted him during a press conference.
That's right. They thought they were cool. Well, how cool are you today? Can y'all make up a rap song about this? Well, I'll help you out. You see, we got you gold. We put your tail in the county jail. You think about that, brothers. I got their drip. I got their body. We got their guns. We got their dope. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Because of videos like this, Sheriff Judd has become a viral sensation, showing up all over the internet, getting millions of views, and even being invited to do podcast interviews. And guess what else I found out about this sheriff? Sheriff Grady Judd is actually a 32nd degree Mason. He holds the 32nd degree Knights of Commander of the Court of Honor in the Tampa Scottish Rite Lodge and was awarded the Community Service Award by Egypt Shriners in 2011. He has also been honored with the Demolay Honorary Legion of Honor and is recognized as having fraternal ties through the Masonic fraternity. He also himself mentions being a member of a local lodge in Polk County, Florida. There are pictures of Grady Judd in a Masonic lodge. Now just remember all of this as we go forward in this video. Now after the police didn't arrest the PDF, Jidion decided to call out the county sheriff's department.
A couple people in the comment section let me know what type of man Mr. Sheriff Grady Judd really is. And so now I'm gonna be going a lot harder in this one. It wasn't on my bingo card to be beefing with one of the largest police counties, Sheriff Grady Judd. You guys definitely have seen him before. Bravo, Mr. Judd, bravo. I am very happy that your agency is able to put away so many I mean, it's not like you guys literally turned away a grieving girl that was trying to report her own stepfather abusing her. You turned her away and she had to get further abused and then obtain video evidence for you to then prosecute said man. I mean, yeah, you guys are doing a great job. You guys are doing such a great job that we caught is still out at large within the community. So I guess, you want to keep the same formula you did for that last case, and you got to wait for him to actually do something to a little girl and get some video. Oh, and she also has to get video documentation of it. Then you're gonna, do something about it and prosecute him.
But the department ignored them and instead made their social media page private. Eventually, Jidion released a video showing how everything unfolded, which forced Sheriff Grady to comment under Jidion's video, leaving this comment here. You hid the comment we posted telling you the truth about your first inflammatory video, and you'll hide this one too. As long as you're getting the attention and money you're seeking, that's what matters to you. Under Sheriff Judd's direction, our agency has put more PDF away in the last year than most law enforcement agencies do in 10 years. We work with Chris Hansen as well because he understands the law and how to do this the proper way, not the vigilante way. Essentially, the sheriff's department tried to accuse Jidion of doing things the vigilante way, which this isn't at all. Maybe if Jidion was dressing up like Batman, showing up and giving these PDFs a brutal beatdown before running away. But that's the opposite of what Jidion does. Jidion and others like him are working with the police, believe it or not. They still allow the authorities to arrest them and investigate them. In fact, what Jidion and creators like him do helps the authorities because they collect evidence that they then turn over to the police. Now, the whole thing about making money off the videos is also irrelevant, as everyone does their job to make money, whether it's a good deed or not. Police officers make money. They get paid to arrest criminals. Same thing with doctors. They get paid to save people's lives. Just because they get paid for doing a good deed doesn't make it any less of a good deed. I believe what Jidion is doing is a good deed. Way too many of these PDFs are running around free, and obviously, the authorities pretend like they don't exist. They act like they have nothing better to do than harass the community for petty offenses, while these PDFs run around harming children. When Jidion saw this comment, he was rather upset and decided to call out Sheriff Grady for another time his department tried to protect their PDF. See, right now as we speak, the Polk County Sheriff's Department is being sued by a victim of a PDF they failed to stop. This woman was in her young teens when her great-uncle, who was her adopted father, SA'd her. She then reported this to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, telling them that she was SA'd by this man. But the Sheriff's Department didn't believe her and instead charged her with falsifying a statement. She was then forced to write an apology letter to her adopted father. This allowed her adopted father to SA her again, but this time she was able to record the incident, providing it to the police, who then finally arrested the man. This woman is now suing Sheriff Grady personally for his role in allowing this man to continue to harm her.
A young woman is taking action against the Polk County Sheriff's Office and Sheriff Grady Judd.
In a new federal lawsuit, she claims that detectives caused her severe emotional distress while they were investigating the case.
Yeah, Stacey and Josh, that's right. Taylor Cadle is 22 years old now and a mom. She tells me that moving forward with this lawsuit was nerve-wracking, but in a way, she's relieved.
I don't want anybody to ever have to go through what I went through.
Taylor Cadle has been on both sides of the legal system, as a victim and a suspect. According to a federal lawsuit, her great-uncle and adoptive father, Henry Cadle, the first time Cadle reported the crime to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, she was not believed. Instead, charged with giving false information to a law enforcement officer.
Law enforcement, the whole goal is safety and protection. And in this case, it was the antithesis of that.
When she was assaulted again, Taylor Cadle took pictures and video, which led to Henry Cadle's arrest and conviction. Taylor Cadle's charges were dropped. Now, she is suing members of the Sheriff's Office on several counts, including malicious prosecution and failure to train, supervise, and discipline.
Now he's being exposed again for doing the same exact thing, neglecting evidence provided that would help bring down a PDF who was an active threat. They are going to allow this man to harm other young people just like they did previously, as every day this man is out there, he could be contacting more people he thinks are young and trying to lure them to him. But are we really surprised that Sheriff Grady is acting this way? When it turns out that he's a Freemason, we all know exactly what these men are up to. In fact, Alex Rosen, another PDF catcher, recently caught a Mason trying to meet up with someone too young for him to be meeting with. I made a Patreon exclusive video on this situation, and if you're one of my members and you haven't seen it, go check it out. But in short, the man showed up to meet a very young girl and admitted out of his own mouth that he was a member of the Freemasons.
I'm not into hurting people.
No.
No, no. I don't want to hurt anybody.
No, definitely not. And
I am a Freemason.
You are?
I am.
So
this is embarrassing enough because, my brothers are like, what? So
is that the thing? I do no harm, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's part of our oath that we take when we're raised as Master Masons.
Jason, you are also a Freemason, right? In the Blue Lodge. Here, do you want to handshake my forearm like a good Mason? Okay. Well, you can do some traveling to the lodge they call Stillwater Jail. You're going to be a not so Freemason once they dump your phone.
As you can see, this man was trying to meet this young person and do God knows what with them. So is it really surprising that this sheriff, who is also a Freemason, is out here protecting them? I'm not surprised at all. I believe if you mess with kids, you should go to prison for a very long time. I don't care if a YouTuber gets them arrested or the cops, as long as these monsters go to prison and are off the street. So honestly, whenever I see cops react this way when they're handed PDFs, it makes me feel like these officers are being trained to protect these monsters. Sort of like we saw with the Jeffrey Epstein situation. How all of Epstein's accomplices were protected still to this day, and everyone turns a blind eye to all of those who were involved. Also, Think about how strange it is that the famous sheriff just so happens to be a Freemason plant. It lets you know that they're behind everything people say. Now I want to say this, I completely support what Jidion and others like him are doing. They should keep up the good job and keep catching these monsters. As I have a son and I want him to be raised in a world where less of these guys are out there. And well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.